Hi and welcome to the Aaron Russos podcast. Today's episode 10, which means it's almost time to start the anxiety uninstalling program. Obviously, we've got to this far. You've consumed all sorts of information from me at this stage, which we all like when we're presenting with new stuff like that. It just processes differently. It takes a while. It drains you. It feels more full on, and I'm acknowledging that you're really absorbing a lot of stuff that's new to you, and that takes a lot of work. So well done at making it this far. And now we're getting close to the good bit, the 14 days. What's involved in the 14 days is the same thing every day, from 7 in the morning till 10 at night, or whatever time span you want to work. You're doing the same thing every day. You've got a list to tick off. You've got food to make. Foodison's a big part of it. And pretty much you want to get those points of change driven into your day and enjoy it. Get that mood up. Watch some funny shit. You know what I mean? You can watch as much funny shit as you want. If you're laughing your head off all the way through this, it's only going to aid, because the chemicals when you laugh, not only is it contagious, it's in the healing side. So there's also a big list of unnatural things there. They're just to show you that, look, we're all start off as a prime human being with homeostasis, everything working at optimum. Now, all those things on that unnatural list has worn away at your homeostasis point. So you're not now working at optimum, you're not at 100, you might be at 75, right? So basically, you just got to balance it out. You've got to be more natural. You've got to remember, when I got to day 8, and like others do, they get to a point where medicine becomes so yucky and toxic and tastes really terrible, is because you're become such a beautiful human natural healing vessel through naturalness, right? You haven't got any chemicals in your system at all, right? You're not washing in it, you're not eating it, you're not thingo, not in the toothpaste, you're an actual beautiful natural being. And so what happens in that state, which you've never been in, right? You've never been in that state. Humans have never been in that state because we're always wearing and tearing. We're always lesser. We're, smoking and drinking, extreme hours at work, and everything is just wearing at that homeostasis point to make us less of a human being. Now, we are also across the 3 planes, so you've got that body, mind and soul, and then you've got the immune system, and then on top of all of that, right, on top of all of that, you're part of a system here. The system, right, which you probably don't know, there's quite a bit going on, right? But unnatural stuff for a natural system, goes. Duality, yin and yang, right and wrong. You can make choices and they go all the way up to the top, right? So you can just keep getting better and better and healthier and healthier and healthier. No one's ever worked with the system that we have because they don't know it. Even doctors don't know it because all they're doing is dealing with the physical, right? 34-year numerologist, right? Physics at its core. I know what a thought does. I know what the spoken word does. I know what love does. Everything that a doctor doesn't know. Everything. They don't even know nutrition. It's not even part of their fucking thing. I'm telling you how important foodison is, right? You could probably boost your immune system just with foodison alone and fucking heal fucking most of the fucking incurable diseases, but doctors are not allowed to use that. And I'm starting to think, was it designed that way on purpose? Seriously. Everything in the past, separate to survive. When the answers that I'm finding come from everything that we're putting back together. The more things I put together, the more better answers I get. So, what is that telling you? And then it's all just to do with fucking common sense. You know that fucking 2 heads is better than 1? So why would you ever think that 1 head could fucking do the job of 2? It can't. There is mathematics here, and I have wedged this healing in between fucking universal laws. That's why it works, because you've got nowhere to back into. Do you know what I mean? You do that list, you don't have anywhere to back out of it, because there's a law there. Oh, there's a law here. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, he told me to do this. Everything energetically, mentally, is all evolving to get you healed. The shortest possible way. So that's what we're doing here. Right? This is not woo-woo. This is no fucking, there's no secrets. You know how many millions of doctors are going to fucking bow their head in shame when they actually see this and go, oh shit, why didn't we think of that? But you know what? I thought about that the other night. I actually made a meme, and it was a doctor going, oh, I would have done that too if I was allowed to. You know, I've been working with the same doctor for over 20 years on this, and he will not step outside because he will be punished. And he doesn't want to lose his, $250,000 and his fucking brand new Beamer. So he will not get involved on the record, because any doctors step outside what they're taught something, and that's all they can do to us, right? I know stuff that they don't know. So what does that mean? That means you're, as a human being, haven't been given every possibility, right, for people that are entrusted to do certain jobs in our community and look after us. Doctors are there for health and for helping us when we have problems in health, but they're not allowed to work outside of what they're being taught. So we have a bit of an injustice. We have a bit of a problem here, right? In the past, if you go through history, everything's been a meld. No one's ever come in and gone, oh, I've got an anxiety installing program, and they've just dropped the whole fucking system and gone, all right, we'll go with what you got. They're not going to do that either. It's going to be a meld. They're going to go, okay, how can we meld this with the system that we've got and make it a fair system for everyone, okay? It's always going to be a meld. We are so slow. Humans, I didn't realise how slow we were until the fucking start of the year. I rocked up at my hometown where I grew up and went to school, and I got whipped out of there 13 years. I was 13 and 7 months. Kinesiologist told me, because it was so traumatic, that I got taken away from my mother. My mother was actually abandoning me. She was kicking me out. And so a kinesiologist has actually identified that as a trauma in me. So I went back to this place, right? It's 37 years later. Haven't been there for 36 years. But I knew the place like the back of my hand. I went to school there, So I go there, I look around, I go, fuck, is that all? That's all the change in 36 years. And I went, wow, we are really slow. Humans are extremely slow beings. We do not do anything with any speed whatsoever. That's why our whole race and everything has been slow for years. So, this is it. We've got to pick our 14 days and got to get the food ready, and we've got to do this. Now, I went to my doctor, I told him, said, yep, that's cool. He asked for me to do my blood pressure every morning and send it to him just in case there was anything out of whack. There was no problems whatsoever. When you're naturally aligning, everything just starts improving and getting better and better and better and better every day. Okay? Your body knows how to heal itself. It's time to heal itself. Now is the time. You've got to remember as well, everything you've listened to about this program, all of my words, all of my diagrams, mind you, all of my diagrams from ChatGPT have always got a spelling mistake in it as well. And I thought it was more authentic to leave the one spelling mistake in each one than to take it out, because when I was sick, I used to make an excuse out of everything. I used to go, oh, that's not spelled right, they mustn't know what they're doing, I'm not going there, And I kept making excuses. And I'm just going to say to you, if you're going to make excuses now for this, after everything that I've done for you, for nothing, for no cost, I don't even know you, right? But I fucking care about you more than anyone else, because I've just fucking done all this because I know what it was like to be sick, right? So therefore, I reckon that's why I got the answer. And then I'm now here giving it to you because I know what it's like to be you. And the whole world has been totally against me. The whole world's been trying to shut me down. All the correspondence, all the money, all the heartache, all the anguish, all the being fucking told that I'm like a fucking crazy person every fucking day for nearly 7 years. Did I give up on you? No. So don't you give up on me. That's only fair, right? All the shit I've been through, all the ridicule I've been through, you have no idea. You can imagine, right? I'm the fucking crazy guy. I'm that fucking dude down there. My family, my dad has told my family I can't even get fucking inheritance because he's gone and told them I've got fucking mental health issues. All of that, I've kept going, right? All right, admittedly, I gave up a couple of times, right? But when I found out, greater the knowledge, greater the responsibility, right? I know this is more important than my sanity. I'm doing this for you. Can you please heal for me? Do it for you. Because your soul, your mind has read all of these words. Your soul has listened to all this, right? Your soul, your innate, is inside you. That's in charge of spontaneous remission, accelerated tissue growth, all this shit that doctors can't explain that happens to humans. Your innate, the one that's inside you that a kinesiologist muscle test with, right? It's heard everything you've just been through, so it's going to help you heal now. You've got extra help you didn't even know about. You got your higher self. Then, depending on how your innate and your bridge to your higher self is, that goes on to source, right? So you've got guides as well. So you've got all these team, this entourage that have heard everything that you've just been through, and now they're going to aid you in healing yourself, as they did with me. Now that's fucking magic. Let's do this.